Motion to start the meeting.
Motion, baby.
All right, here we
My
go.
favorite offense, coach. Motion.
Here we go. Right now, I am working on basketball for grades pre-K through second grade. We won't have enough players for grades 3 through 6. So only a few families signed up, and I did notify them, and they were very understanding. So I don't have start dates for that. I was kind of early in registration, but I did that in hopes that we could get some numbers going. I was going to close the registration for basketball on the 18th of November, but I think I'm going to keep it open longer because I can. For the littles, we probably won't start until the week either before Christmas or after Christmas. So I still have a bunch of time. And I think if I keep it open longer, people will be in more of the mindset of basketball, considering soccer kind of literally just finished. And then the first and second graders, I actually have coaches secured for all grades and age levels, which is great. So I think I'm just going to keep it open for as long as I can, which gives me a little bit more of a window. It's just what holds me up is just the screen printing. So I have to be mindful that they're very busy. So I just have to make sure, especially the older kids, that they have their shirts because obviously they need them for playing. So I'll kind of toy with that a little every day. I've kind of been putting the registration back out on social media and reminding people it's on our town website as well. So that deadline is going to be pushed back a little bit. And then for skiing at Berkshire East, I haven't had a huge reach out yet. I think maybe because the weather has been warm and people are doing a bunch of other things. I have a deadline, a hard deadline of December 1st. I have to have my roster at Berkshire East in their hands with all waivers from families on my end and their end. So that deadline I cannot play with. So I'm going to also be reposting things and reminding people of the great specials they have. So I will work with that. I still have 3 solid weeks to do that. So you can pass the word along. It's a great deal. If people need more information than what I've put out, feel free to send them my way via telephone, email, whatever. I can explain to it in depth to them. So that's upcoming, which will be here sooner than later.
Amy, real quick, what night is it going to be?
Thursdays.
Thursday. Okay. So I'm waiting to see. We start basketball practice tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And for the time being, it's Tuesday and Thursday for practices. So I have to wait to see what the deal is going to be, because that's not going to be the final night once, get all your nights and then CYO gets all their nights. We'll have to figure out what works best. So I'm hoping we can get that done before December 1st, because I want to get Saul signed up, but I don't want to do it if he's going to be at basketball every Thursday.
Yeah, and I actually reached out to Berkshire East because they had our ski lesson time at a time where there's no one in Hadley that would possibly be able to make it because of school hours. So they actually pushed it back. So, if people, for some reason, someone asks you to have the information, the ski lesson time is at 4:50 instead of it was like at 3:30, which is like, the kids get out of school basically at 3:00. You can't make it. So that was nice. They were very accommodating to that. And going back to the gym, I did because I had the gym booked, but our basketball isn't going to start for a while. So I gave up, all that free time so that CYL can start and use the nights that we aren't in there, which is great. So there's no need for someone not to be able to use a space when it's not being used.
Yeah.
And did you say that the families don't necessarily have to be from Hadley for skiing, right? Like if they're nearby, they can
Yeah.
participate.
Yes,
Okay.
for sure. Yep. Um, yes, that's not a problem at all. So those are basically the two big programs I'm working on right now. I started planning the 5K, which I think I mentioned, but I went into more depth since last month. I have put in sponsorship requests for two of our local banks who are very interested in sponsoring, especially our t-shirts, which is pretty much the biggest cost. So I've worked on those sponsorship letters and requests, which is all it's just time consuming because you have to go through corporation. It's not like I can walk into Target and be like, oh, could you sponsor us and give us a $50? I think I mentioned last time. It just doesn't work that way anymore. So I have my punch list of people that I really want to reach out to. So I got two of the banks done. I mean, I don't necessarily plan on hearing from them soon, but I will sooner than later. So that will be great. And I'm looking at my board right now. There's actually a new business that's coming into town, and that will be behind Popeyes. And they're very interested, I've heard, in community support. So I will be knocking on their door as soon as they open and introducing myself and telling them that I have a great thing that they would be a part of if they want to. I don't know when they're coming, but it's another chicken place. It's going to be called Dave's Hot Chicken. I guess it's
Yep.
a chain. So they're in the works of coming into town. So,
And then we've also got Jersey Mike's coming too.
yes,
Ooh.
I know.
It's about time.
And
Where's that gonna be?
Right where Sport Clips is next to Five Guys.
Oh, prime
Yep.
real estate.
Yep.
And J. Crew will be coming to town as well if anyone wants to do some shopping in J. Crew.
I can't.
Yeah, I'm not built that way either, Co.
So that's fun. The 5K is a lot of work, but I started right around the time of last year, and that was my first time, so hopefully this time will be a little bit easier. And let's see. The big another well, I'll backtrack. So the Halloween event was a huge success. It was hundreds and hundreds, I could say, of people. 200 or more, I would say, because I got 300, no, I got 200 and I think 30 pumpkins, and not everyone took a pumpkin. And I think there were 300 cider donuts, and all the cider donuts were gone. And it was, yeah, it was wild.
Wow.
It was great. Very thankful for all the people who donated their time and all of the things that were donated to help the event and all the community organizations that did it. So that was awesome. It was a beautiful day. The kids had a great time, and we actually were kind of not asking, we were politely starting to gather things up and having people leave. And we could have gone longer. People were really having a great time. So that was really fun to have a lot of help, which is like adult help, and it just be so organized, and everyone had a task and the decorating and crafts and everything. And I thought it was fantastic. So that was great. And I got a lot of great feedback from it.
Nice touch with the dentist cards at the beginning of the candy line. That was smart.
That wasn't my plan.
This
Yes.
worked.
Yes. Yes, they brought a lot of pizza. That was awesome. So people were well fed, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And that goes into the next event will be me talking to the people up in the North Pole, which I actually ran into an important one today, and we're going to secure the date for the arrival for Santa to be coming back to Hadley. we will do it pretty much the same as last year, where he will be on the fire engine, making a bunch of stops. Tentatively, I believe it's going to be the Sunday before Christmas. I don't hold me to that, but I think that's going to be the day. And we usually do it around 9 in the morning, but the stops take a while because they go to so many different stops. So we usually tell people between 11 and 11:30ish, and then I just get notified as Santa gets closer. So that will be coming out soon. Hard to believe, but yes, it's that time of year.
Do you have all your student, or will you have all your student elves lined up?
I will have all my student elves lined up. I lined up a couple today actually because I was going through a bunch of stuff that I found here in the office, and I will be all set for what the elves need for the kids. So, yes, and I will, after I get this done, I will be emailing Hopkins for the crew for the Key Club and the National Honor Society.
Nice.
Once I get the
yeah.
date secured.
A quick comment on that. So last year was my first Christmas on Sunrise Drive, and we had like 30 plus people at our house, and like the fire trucks with Santa and the elves. Like it was a really big hit, big to do. So like this is it's a neighborhood favorite. So like I'm excited for it, but I just thought I'd throw that in there.
Yeah, your street is a big hit. That's a big
Yeah.
one. That's a big stop. So yeah, I think the stops will be the same. They condensed, I know a couple of them, we condensed it just because of time and all sorts of other restraints, but I'm pretty sure we'll keep the same stops as last year because we just took out a couple, and then people, like I said, if people wanted to come to school, they came to school. Some people did both. Some people just saw them, at their neighborhood, whatever. It was another beautiful day last year, so hopefully we'll be lucky again. So that will be in the works, and sent out. And then after that, I'm still figuring out Saturdays, for HES gym time, but I believe it's going to be 9 a.m. for the littles, 9 to 10. And then I will have our Frontier League game start like 10:15. I'm going to try 10:15, 10:30ish. I just have to talk to Jeff Mish and get the updates on that. It'll probably be most likely me manning the gym. I just will need, which I'll put out there, I'll need more scoreboard help than refs. I think because last year it ended up, I think the first and second grade coaches are going to be returning coaches, and they like do an awesome job with like reffing because it's still like kind of the fundamentals of basketball where there's no like fast breaks and things like that where you don't like really need a ref. So if I can get more volunteers for the clock, that's I think more imperative because the coaches actually kind of are encouraged to step in and kind of teach as the game is going. So if anybody knows anybody looking for a little work on a Saturday morning, send them my way. I think I have someone lined up. I just have to get them nailed down to see, and that's still a little bit of ways, but I am seeking that. So if anybody knows anybody, if you want to spread the word, the clock worker is definitely imperative for the littles. And other than that, I don't think I have anything right now besides everything that I've said. Oh, well, Tom.
Wait.
Oh, the jacket.
Yeah.
There you go. I do. Let me backtrack. So this Wednesday night, I will be there's an open forum for anyone in the public to come ask questions if they have any questions about anything that has to do with pretty much any department, for the town meeting. So I'll be at the senior center from 7 o'clock on, and then the following Thursday is town meeting. So this is gonna be a pretty big town meeting, for all departments, so obviously I'll be at town meeting for that, so I will be, it's a busy couple weeks.
Do you need anyone with you
Yeah.
at the senior center?
No, I actually went up and I talked to Chief Mason today, who obviously, is acting town administrator. He said that usually you won't get a lot of people coming in from the public, but I was more than welcome to come. The select board also, they did mention they do like to see department heads there. Some department heads don't go at all. Mostly people who have things on the warrant for town meeting, they pretty much have to be there, should be there, because that's where you
Yeah.
get most questions. But I figured it's a good chance for me to go anyways, and it's part of the community, and just to be out there and have Park and Rec be there, I think doesn't hurt anything, so I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us a holler if you need a spotter, company, wingman, etc.
Thank you.
And I'll be at town meeting anyways.
Yeah, and town meeting is a big one, so there's a lot of articles on there, and there's still, things are wrapping up with the compensation study, and all that is kind of coming to an end, so that will all, I think, be voted on for town meeting, so we'll
So
know.
have they decided when they're gonna start the next compensation study?
No, I think this is gonna be, I believe, the last compensation study for a while.
Oh, really? Oh, they usually do it every couple of years and then don't do anything with it.
I'm faithful with this one, with the outcome of what I've heard so far, so I think it all depends on town meeting, and that goes out to the public, so
Well, I hope that pans out.
me too. I'm hopeful and positive after a long run, but we'll see. And then I was thinking for December, oh, I should say this before. Do you guys have any questions or anything you want me to do or follow up on, or?
No, I interrupted you every time I had something.
Yeah, just if you need like support, backup, whatever, give us a holler.
And I am going to the shed. Hopefully, I don't know if I'm gonna make it this week now that I say that, but before it gets super cold, because I think I told you I was able to get rid of a bunch of stuff when PTO had the dumpster there. So it's actually, I have a lot of room now, which is great. So stuff is kind of just everywhere, but now that like soccer is over with, that's my goal, is to go over there and spend however long it takes me to get everything put where it should be, and hopefully it stays that way, because the shed won't be used during the winter at all. So
When do you plan on going over?
I don't know, I'm looking at my calendar. I don't know, maybe Thursday or Friday, because I think the weather's supposed to be not freezing.
I could help you Friday after about 11 o'clock.
Okay.
'Cause I
This
have to
Friday?
let- Yeah.
You talk about this Friday? Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
There's
Perfect.
not like a whole lot to do, but it's just like getting, all the soccer stuff organized, getting, all the whatever, all the T-ball stuff together. Cause literally, I think things have just been like thrown in there after I've organized it a couple times, but I think this is a good time to do it. So it's fresh for the spring. And then I have to get all the basketball stuff, but I actually, when I go to HES tonight, I have to see if the Halloween stuff is still in our closet, because that's the last place where I saw it, but I haven't asked anyone if it's been removed or not. So that's kind of minor, but as long as I can get to the things that I need to get to, it should be fine. But I was looking at my calendar ahead of time. So before, I think if we could meet in December before Santa comes, that would be helpful. So I think if I look right at my calendar, the date that I'm looking at for Santa, as long as he's available, would be the 15th of December. That's the Sunday before. Yeah, that's the Sunday. That's not Christmas weekend, that's the Sunday before. So then I was looking to see if anyone had objections to meeting on Monday the 9th.
Works for me.
And I'll send that out to Diane, obviously. So I was thinking for our next meeting, Monday the 9th at 5:30, and then I'll have all the information. Well, I'll send it to you guys an update beforehand, but I'll have more. I'll have it all set. I'll have it all set way before then. And I'll send you an email about all the volunteers and everything that I have. But then if there's anything last minute, I can touch up on it. I just had a question. Last year, I did the cider donuts and cider. I don't know, does anyone have any ideas of anything different? I also did the pizza. I did pizza. And
That's perfect.
do you think pizza and cider donuts is too much, or one?
I think you should do one or the other. I mean, if somebody wants to donate the donuts and they don't mind, if you're not going to that well too often, then that's fine. But then we'll get the pizza from, wherever. Big
Okay.
Y usually.
The donuts, the Sugar Shack has been so amazing as usual, and they've donated the donuts every single time. And I try to pay for them and they won't let me. So
They are so nice.
they're awesome. So I think maybe if we just do the pizza like we did last year, I think you and Steve ran and got it for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was just thinking of thoughts of kind of easy-ish things to do.
I'll be there the day to help do whatever, and if Rob's going to be there, he and I can go get the pizza again.
Yep.
Okay.
And like it just as a last resort, like in the past, I've had pretty good luck with the folks over at Tandem Bagel, like being my team in the past, stuff like that. They're really
Do
easy.
you have a contact person that you go to? Because I've
No,
actually
I don't, but I didn't know. I was going to ask you if you did. I don't, but it seems like if you talk to one person over there, you talk to all of them. Like pretty friendly group for the most part.
I have them on my list for the race, but
Mhm.
I've never gone to them for anything. I see their name everywhere for donating. So that could be something good. Like I'll check them out. I'll just visit there and see.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Like just on the fly. Yeah. That's how I did it.
So I put them on my list. So I'll check them out and see if they could cover, maybe even that event or definitely the 5K. That would be a good one too.
Sit up a little,
After Christmas it will be the famous Easter egg hunt, and then it'll be the 5K. So that will be good.
What's the day of the 5K again? Sorry, I missed it.
It is May 4th at 10 a.m.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Sure.
I'll direct traffic again in front of my house.
That would be amazing.
From the garage, right?
Yeah.
So other than that, I'll be working on getting volunteers and wrapping up ski. So spread the word, send them to me about skiing. Basketball, like I said, I'll keep open. It probably won't be as big as soccer, but I have a lot of registry going on. So I have enough for 2 teams already for the littles, not the littles. Well, yeah, they're still little, but first and second grade, I have enough for 2 teams. And then the littles, the coaches, it would be awesome. So I have a ton of littles already. So that will be great.
That's awesome.
Yeah. They're awesome. I'm telling you, the parents, the kids, they're awesome. An awesome group. And other than that, I don't have anything.
Nope.
Just to be a pain for like 2 seconds, like I'm guessing there's going to be like a Santa flyer, like kind of like there was with the trunk or treat. Yeah. Because I trunk or treat, I peppered it to everybody, and like just having that visual is like
I'll
ace
make it
in the whole.
once I secure the time and the route. So I put the route on the actual physical stops on the flyer, and then I'll send it to the fire department, and then I'll send it to the school, and then Kelly Higgins will put it in the digital newsletter, which is so helpful. And then I'll put it on my page and also the community page, anything that I need. They post it for me. So any community events that go on there, and then on my own page. So it should be like 4 places, which will be great. And then I'll just keep sharing it. So
awesome. Thank you.
Once I get that done, I'll put it out. So I am already seeing Christmas stuff. It's like Halloween. It's like Halloween didn't even exist. We're on to Christmas.
My kids are playing Christmas music right now. It's like, come on.
That's epic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure. So that's my story. I'll put in 12/9 at 5:30 for the next meeting, and then I'll update the works that I have going on in progress via email. And then do you want to, I can check back with you guys like maybe Thursday morning just to confirm the shed on Friday to make sure nothing has come up. Okay.
Yep.
Is text good, or do you want an email?
Text is fine.
Yeah, text is great.
So I'll text you guys Thursday morning.
All right.
And if we have to get rid of more stuff, we'll just throw it in my truck and bring it to Valley Recycling.
Oh, they're great. Yeah.
Shouldn't be much else, but you never know what you're going to stumble upon.
Yeah. And we have electricity in there now, right?
There is electrical out. I've actually never tried.
I think there is. So my buddy came up, I don't know, a month or 2 ago and had to get into the back of the shed because he set up the power for the outside for the batting cages. And if there isn't, I'll have him throw some working outlets inside. But I think that we should have our own. I remember what a pain in the butt it was the first year we did soccer. And we should just get a little compressor like we have in the park and rec room in the gym just for the soccer balls. So it can be done there, and we'll bolt it to the wall so nobody can take it or move
it.
That's a great idea, because I was bringing the one from my house because it's like a little Milwaukee one, and it's like seconds, like you just bang out like 3 bags of soccer balls. But I noticed when I was doing the Halloween stuff, the mini basketballs, I don't know. I'm hoping they're in there, but I bought extras last year because we had so many kids, and I actually bought basketballs for the first and second graders too. And I'm hoping they're just like scattered around, but it seems like a lot of them were not in there. So I have to do some investigating.
Yeah.
So I just have to get all that together, but I still have time for that. So I know they're not in the shed, so I'll look around for that stuff. But yes, I like that idea.
But all right. Well,
so that should be good. If nobody has anything else, I'll text you guys Thursday morning, and then see you all 12/9 at 5:30. And then do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
7:02 p.m.